What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, you guys? We are back again for another episode review of Our Kind of People. This is season 1, episode 7, Fathers, Daughters, Sisters. Okay, let me just tell you this. This was a kumbaya ass episode, but I liked it, okay? Because they wasn't so much fighting. Everybody was coming together and they needed to come together. And it is such a shame that it takes something like somebody possibly dying, somebody being sick, somebody having to go to surgery like that to bring a family together. Truth be told, baby, I think I'm from another breed, okay? Maybe I'm broken, all right? Because I'm just not set up that way. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I don't care if you hurt me. You wanted my life this whole damn time. I don't give a damn if you on the goddamn operating table. That ain't my problem. Girl, I need therapy because I need to understand, why do I be feeling this way? Like, am I cold-hearted? Anyway, let's just get up into this. First of all, I'm going to put it out there. Next week will not be here for an episode because I think, is it Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving next week? Is that why it is? Hold on a minute, you guys. Y'all know I don't really celebrate holidays like that, you know, Jehovah's Witness. Okay, next Tuesday. Wait a minute. Next week is Thanksgiving. Bitch, who house I'm coming over? Or somebody's FedEx me a plate. I don't know. Anyway, Our Kind of People, season 1, episode 7. We pick it up where we left off. Okay, Teddy up in the hospital at this point. My dude is up in there, you know, hallucinating, okay? You know how they be having them near-death experiences where they be seeing everybody from their past, and this is happening to Teddy, okay? Teddy is in white, and I said, he is no angel. Take that white off. That's for a cleansed soul, okay? His soul is filthy. You know, take it off. But he is on a beach, and he is talking to somebody else that is white. Brother. I said, who was this? I said, first of all, that's your little brother, because he look young. And I was like, oh, that's PJ from Being Mary Jane. That was Mary Jane's brother. And I said, he still look good. And I said, wait a minute, how's you older than him? Oh, because he died before you got to here, so he been dead for a long time, okay? And he was supposed to be Teddy's big brother, okay? And, you know, all of a sudden, Teddy started feeling these pains, and he was like, I ain't ready to go. I ain't ready to go. I said, oh my God, what's happening? He was like, my heart. I said, oh no, he is having a heart attack. That is what's going on. So everybody gets at the hospital, y'all. Everybody at the hospital. We are all together at this point. Nikki up in her feelings because, you know, Angela trying to explain to her who her daddy is. You know, he was in prison. Baby, at that point, when Nikki heard prison, Nikki bounced. And I said, now, wait a minute, Nikki. Wait a minute, Nikki. It felt like she was more upset at the fact that he was in prison than the fact that your mama kept it away from you, okay? You know, and I just didn't like the way that reaction was. But you can't tell nobody how they can react or whatever. But I get it. But then again, I was like, girl, your mama did this. So don't necessarily be mad at him. You know, and he was explaining the reason why he got out. He's staying on the Franklin compound and all that. I said, excuse me. Now, I get trying to help, but Franklin, Teddy, you doing too much trying to get back at this girl or whatever your plan was, okay? Now I feel like the plan is about to flip, okay? Now, everybody was trying to come for Angela because they don't know what Angela was trying to do for them or do to them. Now I feel like it's finna flip because Angela was there, okay? So now we got in the world about to be turned against them, at least the business world, because after the end of this episode, let me just tell you this, Alex. Girl, you and your wig need to go, okay? But you doing the thing. You doing the thing, okay? You had to turn this shit upside down. But anyway, you know, they found out that Teddy had a little mild heart attack. You know, they said they found some lesions on his heart or whatever. They found that the stuff was basically stressed out from over medication. Remember, the doctor told him for them Parkinson's, don't take all that medicine because that medicine is an experimental drug, and you got to take it at the same time. You know, not the same time, but you got to take it at the exact increments, okay? And don't take more than one pill at every certain hours or whatever. Teddy was overdosing and all this stuff. Well, I should say double dosing it, you know, taking more than prescribed. And he wasn't listening, okay? And this is what happened. Meanwhile, you know, Leah and Angie go up in the room, and she was like, how come I didn't know about this or whatever? Like I supposed to tell you. She was like, that ain't what I mean. But I was like, Leah, don't get nasty with her, you know, don't do that. We both in this together. But she kind of calmed it down or whatever. And you know, they had a little moment. They had a little moment. You know, Leah apologized for coming at her a little bit hard. You know, she in her feelings and all that stuff. She winds up telling Angie that, you know, she got a little bit of Parkinson. I mean, well, he got a little bit of Parkinson. And we don't need to tell nobody this, okay? Because, you know, the business people, his holdings, his shareholders, all of them, they're going to be coming for him. This might disrupt the flow of things. Angie was like, cool, 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 cool. I'm not going to say nothing about what's happening, okay? Meanwhile, they getting home. Girl, they got the reporters and everything now. I'm sitting here like, I could not live a life like this. This is why I never wanted to be famous. You know what I'm saying? I never had any dreams or aspirations to be a famous person, a celebrity, or anything because, baby, me, my attitude, and the public don't work. I would have been in jail multiple times because I done knocked somebody out. You aren't trespassing on my property, bitch, if you don't get out of my space, okay? That's what's gonna happen. You know, girl, I seen Quad sometimes, but you know, you push a bitch and it's just pops, okay? But they trying to get up into their house or whatever. Girl, who out there in the sea of reporters? Alex Rivera, okay? Raymond's little ex-wife. All right, we should put the wife on now. And I said, Raymond, this is your fault. At this point, Leah is over because at one point she didn't even know that she was out there. But she was like, one question at a time, one at a time. And then Alex started asking her questions. She looking like, girl, I didn't already told you to leave. Why the hell are you still here? Okay, so now Raymond is in the hot seat because, of course, Alex, you know, she like, Leah like, you better get this bitch, okay? Like, I already told you to tell that bitch to go, so why is she still here? I mean, I don't know why, but, you know, I'll figure it out. I said, you brought this upon the whole family, okay? Listen, come for me, but don't come for my family, okay? That's basically what the whole theme of this whole episode was. You can come for me, but don't come for my family because now you encroaching on the family territory trying to get all this information. Meanwhile, Tariq, he done went over there talking to Angie, trying to tell her what's going on with her, his daddy, and how he done found out some information about, you know, the daddy death and all this stuff and what it really wasn't. And so he felt like he need to go talk to some of the people that his father actually knew because he was like, I know my father and I know he wouldn't do that to himself. He was not that type of person. Meanwhile, I guess Raymond had finally told, you know, Leah the reason why he brought that girl there. You know, you just fucked up, Raymond, okay? I think he eventually tells her at the end. But it was this one powerful moment. I would say one of the most powerful scenes of this episode was the whole fact that Nate and, you know, Angie, they had their little discussion. And, you know, they was getting reacquainted a little bit. I feel like they might have some sparks that go on because, baby, let me just tell you something. Usually when they do locks on these shows, whatever, they do a terrible job. This is probably one of the better jobs of locks that I've seen on a person. Okay, we know the people that work at Tyler Perry Studios had absolutely nothing to do with this, all right? I said, this look good. And when Nate was up in the hospital, when he had his head in the back, in a ponytail or whatever, I said, wait a minute. He look good. All right, you know, okay. You know, and so he talking about this whole situation and you know, being on the, because he was still sleeping on the floor, you know, talking about how it was in prison and he didn't have no air, he didn't have no space, and, you know, he grew his locks to let it hang, and all the 17 years of pain and to realize what he's done and everything is symbolic. It's symbolic. I was sitting here like, wow, that's deep a little bit. I said, oh, so you just do it because to remind you of the stuff that you didn't do, you know, and the fact that you couldn't be there for your daughter and your girl at the time. Yes, okay. He was like, I think it's time for something new now. I was like, ooh, that's deep. And you want to know what really got me? The facts that they called it locks, okay? Because we don't call it dreads. Look up the history of it and the reason why we don't call it that no more, okay? It is locks. I said, y'all, they sold me right then and there, right? You know, baby, they went and did a whole little ritual. I said, black people, we are powerful. We are so spiritual. We are wonderful, okay? We are amazing. I said, look at this, you know, and they say black folks, that motherfucker that put up there, what's that, Corey Leray, whatever the fuck her name is. Now, see, girl, I was starting to like you, but your little man, your little stud man, I don't know what's going on with him. You know, I guess he from the islands, he a little mix or whatever, or at least he got a little Jamaican in him. And he said that African Americans, us black folks over here in America, we ain't got no culture. What the fuck is this then? Okay, that's some culture for your ass. We was connecting to the goddamn ancestors right here, right now. Okay, you know they did a whole ceremony to cut his locks. All right, you know, to free the pain and the negative energy out of his locks. Baby, I was sitting here like, wait a minute, this shit deep. Do I need to do that when I ain't never cutting this shit. Okay, my shit gonna be on Stevie Wonder. Okay, that's what it is. All right, y'all gonna see all of my forehead. There's gonna be 2 locks left. Okay, but I was like, this is deep as fuck. You know, they was talking about it and everything, and you know, giving a little back history, and I was like, oh my god, do I need to get some sage or whatever? Like, I just felt connected all of a sudden. I said, oh. You know, and I love the fact that they do tie in hair and everything because it is about hair, you know. And so he gave her his journal to give to Nikki at this point. And I was like, that's deep, you know, just so he can get to know his daughter. Angie go up in there trying to talk to Nikki. Nikki laying up in that bed, girl. She all up in her feelings. Nikki always just looked like she about to bust out crying in just about every scene. I know I am not the only one that be noticing that, okay? I said, girl, you play the sad girl role too well, okay? Are you happy with your life? All right, it's just acting. Okay, I'm just checking, you know. But, you know, she was laying up in the bed and everything. And, you know, Angie come up in there. Of course, she wanted to give her the journal. But, you know, she's trying to talk to her and explain what happened and explain that, you know, you are loved and your father did love you. You know, he made a mistake or whatever. He wanted to be there for you and everything. And, you know, I'm seeing the way that things are going with my father and I should have gave him some time or whatever. And I don't want you to lose any more time with your father. And when she was saying that, I said, bitch, to be quite honest, Angie, let me call you out for a second because this your fault because you the one that kept him away from her. Because he said the mama was keeping in contact with her. With him while he was up in prison, giving daily updates about little Nikki. Patricia, she was giving daily updates and everything. It was you that was trying to keep him from her, okay? He was trying to be a father even behind jail cell, and you weren't allowing him, you know? And I was like, okay, girl, you know, at first Nikki was coming along, but then all of a sudden Angie put her tea out there and said, you know, it's not really his fault. You know, I'm the one that kept him from you. Oh, you the bitch? And I said, yeah. I said you should have led with that. You should have led with that so she won't be upset with this man, okay? You know, and at this point, you know, Angie just had to leave because, you know, Nikki wasn't feeling her. And I said, rightfully so. Rightfully so. So she just put the journal on the desk and, you know, just let her do what she had to do. Meanwhile, you know, Leah, she's doing this little press conference because she told Raymond, I'm a, you know, to get this thing in check, I'm going to do a press conference, okay? That's what I'm going to do. Meanwhile, at this press conference, why is Alex there? And she is the main one asking these questions, right? And so she's asking about, you know, what's up with Teddy's health, okay? Is this going to affect the business? Who is it was said that the family friend Tariq and this other guy that was a prisoner, Nate Robinson, he was actually the one that helped put him in the hospital. Now, who is he? And I heard that he's living on the compound. Okay, what is going on with that? Y'all let prisoners living in y'all house or whatever, people who are accessory to murder. I said, wait a minute, bitch. Hold on. You just going down the line just to get back at Leah and Raymond, and mostly just Leah because she can't stand the fact that she ain't in Leah's place, okay? And I'm just sitting here like, I understand. Why are you upset with her? Because she didn't do it. Be upset with his family, all right? So to sock it to Franklin, you gonna sock it to her? I said, that don't make no sense, Alex, okay? You acting like a bitter, scorned woman. Your time has passed. But at the end of the day, Raymond brought this shit upon the whole family because he shouldn't have called that bitch back, okay? So whatever happened to you, Raymond, happens to you, all right? Meanwhile, Angie and Aunt Patricia and Nikki was looking at this stuff. Nikki heard accessory to murder. Accessory to murder? Oh, bitch, why she hear that? Because now that really pissed her off and she done left. And now she back up in her feelings and thinking her daddy is a deadbeat. Okay, he's just the worst thing walking. I said, no, girl, you got to get to know the whole story, okay? Leah shut that shit down, and Leah said, you could come for my family, but you don't come for, you can come for me, but you don't talk about my family, okay? That's not what you gonna do, all right? Alex, you need to get your shit together, okay? She was like, listen, girl, what you gonna do? She said, bitch, is that a threat? She said, Leah, is that a threat? She said, Mrs. Franklin DuPont. She put that ring finger out with the ring. Girl, it gave me that Yandy video when she was up in that car, and she was like this. And it says, wifey on the shirt, and she was going all like this. I said, now, Leah, that don't mean shit either. Ma'am, that don't mean nothing to a bird, okay? We still gonna chirp, 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 okay? We gonna still go ahead and do what we gotta do to fuck your life up, all right? And that's what Miss Alex said. Miss Alex took that as a bet, bitch. She said, damn. All right, that's what that is. Excuse me. Meanwhile, Angie saw all this. She was like, oh, shit. Hell no. Now, see, you can come after her, but what you won't do, you ain't gonna come after my baby girl, okay? Whatever the fuck this is. I said, now, Angie, what you about to go do? Okay? What you about to go do? She said, watch this. I'm about to go set it off. I said, oh, okay. You know, meanwhile, they get to the hospital, right? She come there, she trying to talk to Leah about what the hell is going on. What the hell is going on? You know, and baby, Franklin had a little day up in the room, you know, and he done went into a little cardiac arrest or something. All of a sudden, he done blacked out. They got to have emergency surgery. Now we going back into a dream sequence with him. He's talking to his brother. They looking at their daddy in his casket, and we finding out some issues that was going on. Okay, so Teddy always felt like his big brother was the favorite for the father. And Lewis had to tell him, no, that ain't what it is, bro. You was the favorite, okay? Whatever it is that he got wrong with me, he tried to make sure that he got right with you, okay? You was the favorite, and that's what was going on. Meanwhile, they trying to get through that. You got Raymond up there trying to talk to Lauren, because she had just told him that, you know, he had to go through emergency surgery. Nate had came up with there looking for somebody that was supposed to leave him a sandwich or whatever, and he wound up saying to Lauren, you know, cherish the relationship that you have with your father. This is something that I would like to have with my daughter too eventually, you know. And so Raymond told him, you don't have to creep around the house. You're a guest here. The fact that y'all let this man, I don't want to judge, you know, even though I'm seeing this, but it's just like, you don't know this man from Adam, and y'all letting him all up in the house or whatever, and just all free. Oh, he a guest. Girl, I don't care what he was in prison for. He a stranger. You don't know this motherfucker, so how's y'all just letting him in the house? Like, oh, okay. You know, niggas too trusting sometimes. I said, this is not real. Because it would never happen. Meanwhile, we see the head maid in charge, okay? The head of the staff, you know, giving out this little speech about what's going on with Teddy Franklin. And, you know, if anybody asks, we just say that, like, he alright, okay? He on business or some shit like that. You make a little story, okay? Don't put it out there that the man's sick, okay? So then Tariq goes over there to her and tried to talk to her about his daddy. And she was like, you know, I know somebody that probably knows some more information about him. His name is Darius, right? They used to hang tough. And he said, can I talk to him? Girl, you can't talk to him. He dead. I said, now, man, why you bring it up like he could talk to her? Okay, like you was going to give him the number and everything. But he did used to have his girlfriend that he used to hang around with all the time. And you probably know her, Angela auntie, Patricia. That bitch know a whole bunch of shit. She hold a lot of secrets, okay? Like, go and talk to her. Meanwhile, he had gone down there to talk to her, right? And he brought the name up. Miss Gurley went on ahead and said, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Now, I used to date a lot of men back in the day. I said, don't put that out there, Miss Patricia, okay? Because, auntie, that make you seem like you was a little thotty with a hottie, okay? And I don't want you to, you know, you was a little freak, okay? And I don't want people to get the wrong idea, okay? You know, and he was like, all right, cool. But I kind of felt like he knew that she was lying. And it's like she's getting caught up. Because, remember, when they was at the party the last week, okay? And the reason why she left, because, you know, Teddy said, it's some people that work here that know about how you used to be back in the day, okay? So maybe you want to get your shit together, or you want to leave, okay? And that's why she left the party. So people know she got secrets and bones on her. I said, oh, Miss Patty, what's going on with you, sis? I want to know your background. What was you doing out there in Oak Bluff, okay? I thought it was just your sister out there doing some shit. Oh, y'all was working in teams? What's going on, sis? Okay? Meanwhile, Raymond sit down with Alex up in the car, all right, and trying to tell her off. Listen, I told you to come out here, and I told you to get some information on Teddy, okay? I ain't tell you to do all this stuff to my family. You up here doing this shit, causing trouble up in my household and everything, okay? I want you to fucking go. But how you the one called me out here, and what did you expect was gonna happen? Baby, come on. You know, it went from him telling her off, all right, to her trying to kiss him in the mouth. I said, now, Alex, this ain't the time. This ain't the time or the place you really thought that he was going to give you some. Now, truth be told, I did too. I really thought that he was gonna cheat on Leah. I really did. I really did. And I said, that's messed up. Meanwhile, Angie was outside and she saw the whole thing. I said, oh shit, bitch. You know, we jump to conclusions. We don't hear shit. We don't hear the words. We just see the action. So therefore, we commit our own. We have our own narrative. So when he come back up in the hospital, they up in the elevator. Bitch, Angie get on that goddamn elevator and went Solange. I said, wait a minute, what happened? What is going on? I kid you not. When they showed the footage, I said, oh, bitch, y'all ain't right for this. We was trying to put this back in the past and leave this back in whenever this happened, 2013, 2014, elevator gate. Bitch, Angie slapped the dog shit out of Raymond. I said, come on, Solange. Come on, Solange, you studied that tape, bitch. You studied that tape. And Leah was Beyonce because Leah stood there like, what's going on? What's going on? Raymond was Jay-Z getting his ass beat. It's not what you think. It's not what you think. I said it is what you think, okay? And my eyes saw that you kissed that bitch, okay? That's basically what Angie said. You up here trying to fuck your family up. Now, I may not get along with Leah, whatever, but shit, this shit about family right here. And she going through all this stuff, and you just gonna let that bitch kiss you up in the mouth or whatever? Wait a minute, baby. It ain't like that. It ain't like that. I said, come through, bitch. She said, I don't like that bitch, but you ain't finna disrespect her. I said, I know that's right. It was one of those, I can call my mama a bitch, but bitch, you better not call my mama a bitch. It was one of those type of situations. I said, oh, y'all click-clacking. I like that. Come together. Meanwhile, right before that, Lauren went over there to see how Nikki was doing, and they had a little moment. I said, wait a minute. So the cousins are actually acting like best cousins? I said, this is cute. I don't trust it for right now. I mean, everybody is getting along because of this whole... I said, it took for the daddy to almost die for y'all to get along. And to come together and see that y'all more powerful together. Okay, Lauren, you done lost your girlfriend to this girl. Okay, now you giving her advice about going ahead and see your daddy, reading her journal, you know, his journal to her because she was scared to read it. You know, I said that was a beautiful moment. And when he was writing, I said, Nate, you was up in there being freestyle unity up in that bitch. I said, let me snap at the poems that you wrote. You know, okay, this 6 pound 7 ounce baby, this 6 pound 7 ounce this, and it's keeping me alive because of this 6 pound 7 ounce. I said, go off, Nate. Publish that. Publish that. Nikki was like, he's talking about me. I said, girl, yeah. Yeah, he's not a bad guy like you thought he was. Yeah, okay. You know, Lauren was basically saying, go ahead and get to know your daddy, okay? Go ahead and do that. Meanwhile, Alex's ass saw the doctor come up there, and because they both went to HU, y'all know how the HUs go, okay? HU? I said, come on, Howard. Y'all going through a whole bunch right about now. Them kids just not getting an agreement right about now. We don't need to be throwing that out there, okay? Hampton, you're about to be replaced by Hampton, okay? Hampton don't get the love that it deserves, all right? I'm just gonna say that. Anyway, don't be in my comments, but it's true. It's true, okay? So, you know, they connect on that shit. And he was like, oh, I watch you all the time with my wife, whatever. Can I get an autograph? She was like, we could take a picture. But before that, tell me what's some shit that's going on with Teddy. I said, HIPAA, bitch. What happened to HIPAA, okay? I said, I know you're not finna do this over this bitch. I know you not. I said, listen, her wig ain't even on right, okay? First of all, it ain't even plucked right. I don't even know what that means, but I just know that it ain't, okay? It ain't even the right synthetic. It ain't the right texture, nothing. And you gonna do this? She basic. She local, okay? What's going on? It ain't like she a Rihanna or somebody, bitch. I sell secrets for her, too, if that was the case, but... she ain't. I said, you really gonna give it up like that? You's an easy bitch. I don't like you. You know, doctor, I want a new doctor. Meanwhile, girl, they had to put ice on Teddy Hart and everything. And they had another moment with his brother. And his brother was basically telling him the reason why you going through all of this shit, because you got stuff from your past that's weighing you down, okay? You got your daughter, you got your life and everything else that you've been doing, okay? You need to come clean with that shit. He was like, no, no, no. And then all of a sudden, I guess he was feeling better and they stopped the bleeding that was going on or whatever was happening with him. And he told his brother, go to hell. I said, wait a minute, he already dead. How you gonna tell a dead person to go to hell? I said, Teddy, you are an asshole even in near-death experiences. That is some shit. Okay? Meanwhile, you know, Leah and Miss Girl, Angie, they had a little moment up in there over the daddy. And, you know, she was like, I always wanted to be the only child. But in this moment, I'm so glad that I got somebody that I ain't got to do this by myself. I said, oh, this sweet. This nice. I like this. She was like, thank you for taking up for me, girl. Okay, this is my daddy. This is our daddy. All right, and we're gonna be here together for each other. Okay, you know, they held hands. She said a prayer. You know, daddy woke up and then he was like, my girls. I said, oh my God, so does this mean things change? Y'all finna make up a new plan? Because bitch, it's shit finna get real. Okay, because at this moment, you know, Angie had to tell Nikki what was going on with her daddy too. Okay, he went to jail because he was an accessory to murder because he was out there trying to hit a lick to get some money to take care of the kid. Okay, bitch, so technically speaking, he in jail because of your ass, but you know, he could have went about it a different way. I don't want to put that guilt on your heart, but that's basically what it was. Okay, and so, you know, she felt a little better about it. They do meet up and they actually do, you know, go and have a little get together and talk or whatever, walk on the beach and everything. Patricia though, that bitch up and left. She left the letter. She couldn't even leave a whole page letter, okay? Aaliyah said 4. I give you half a page. She gave me 2 sentences, okay? No, she gave me half a line, and they was big writings, okay? And 36 fonts that said, going to Boston, I'll call you if I can. I said, sis, what is that? I mean, you snuck out like a thief in the night because, bitch, your shit is about to be put out there. And I feel like when Angela found out her secrets, oh, Angie gonna go off on that hoe. Okay, I said, Auntie, what is you doing? Meanwhile, you know, Franklin was up in that bed, and then the TV that came out, the news that came out, Alex Rivera is literally doing a report about Teddy in front of their house, Raymond's house, okay? And put out there that he has Parkinson. I said, oh my goodness. And at this point, Leah said, get your shit and get the fuck out. Because, you know, Raymond did tell her, listen, I did bring the bitch here because I wanted some information on your daddy. That's it. I was trying to take that hoe down. I was trying to take him down. But I was not trying to fuck that bitch or nothing. She just won't leave, okay? And then when that came out about the report, baby, the Parkinson, she said, get your shit and go. Get your prophylactic and get the fuck out. Meanwhile, Teddy laying up in the bed and he turned the TV off. All of a sudden he has a hallucination that his brother Louis, okay, is talking to him, talking about something. See what happens when you don't deal with your demons. Baby, Louis got a freaking bullet hole up in his head. I said, so who shot him? Teddy killed his brother. I'm more than sure than that, okay? I'm more than sure of that because I just don't trust Teddy. Teddy is devilish, okay? He is evil, you know, and I'm surprised that he's still kicking. I'm surprised they didn't take him out. Girl, they gonna be all good on next week's episode. But Tariq and Nate, I want to see what y'all gonna do, okay? Well, in the next 2 weeks, all right? But that was Our Kind of People. You guys tell me how you felt about the episode, and I will see you guys later. Peace.